For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's a special edition of our Cardinal High Flyers of the game as we're joined by the entire Wheeling University men's golf team who made the trip out to the Davis and Elkins Invitational. I'm Zach Ziegler. First off, we're joined by Wheeling University men's golf senior Nick Zoller. And Nick, obviously a huge invitational for you guys. You set the program single-round record, broke it twice. Ryan Courtney, one of your teammates, it's the individual single-round record. Overall, talk about this tournament and kind of the success you guys had.
Yeah, so I mean, brought in a bunch of freshmen, turned the program around. Ryan Courtney goes out there and sets the individual scoring record. Phil ties it with a 67, and then obviously Ryan goes and breaks it. So the first round we're playing, we kind of knew we were playing pretty good. We're doing all right. Knew that if we could kind of get it together, we shoot under par, probably break this the scoring record. So we're feeling good. And then we came in after the first 18. Talked about what we score, where we're at, and we're like, okay, we're doing pretty good. I think we can go out and beat it. And then Ryan gets off to a hot start, and the way kind of it works is Ryan's in front of me, so he's playing our five-man, which obviously five-man shooting 65 is pretty good. We're having a good day. But he's out in front of us, and then everyone's behind me, so I see what Ryan's doing. And you kind of feed off each other and your teammates. So when he goes out and he's like, well, I'm 5 under. I'm like, okay, I got a strap on and play pretty well, so I'm playing well, and he's behind. The guys behind me are playing even better. So I'm like, all right, we're going to have a pretty good day. That's why when they called us off and we had 5 holes left, we were on a heater. So it was like we weren't feeling too good. And the day before it was pouring rain in practice round, and nobody was out there practicing. But we finished. Last one's there. So then when it's raining again and they call us off, I think we had the advantage. So I think it could have been better. But.
And for you, you're the veteran to this program. You've seen this program build from the ground up. To see where it is now from where you started, what type of pride does that give you as the veteran leader in this group?
The pride is unreal. I mean, I sent a picture to the boys before we started our season. We were at second to last in the preseason poll, and they took that personally. I mean, the first day they got here, they're traveling over 24 hours to get here, and they're in the golf room the night they get here. They're taking swings. I mean, the work ethic of this group is something like I've never seen before, and it's showing. School records, so we're getting after it.
And now we're going to bring in some of your teammates. We're going to start with Ryan Courtney, the guy who broke the single-round record, lowest scorer on the team for the day. Ryan, talk about your individual record and what that felt like for you.
Obviously, I'm very pleased with the record. I just had a couple stretch of holes as soon as I started my back nine where I made a birdie and then a par, and then I went eagle, birdie, and I just felt like everything was going in, everything was going right, and then the rain hit, so I was a bit miffed about that, but overall very stoked with getting the record.
And for you, when did you realize that you had a chance to break this record, and what did it feel like once you were able to accomplish that?
I didn't know what the previous record stood at coming into the event. It wasn't actually until the van ride coming back, which was like, oh yeah, I got the record now, which was very cool. It was cool going in, shooting 3 under on my front nine, then having a birdie and just like 4 under. It's just like, oh yeah, I can actually go pretty low in the second round, so that was all good.
Thanks, Ryan. Congrats on your record, and good luck the rest of the way as you guys get ready for the championships.
Thank you, Zach.
And Nick, playing with a guy like Ryan, talk about his work ethic and kind of what he's brought to the team. Obviously, we've seen the accolades. Talk about what he brings.
Ryan Courtney, man, built different. That's all I got to say. He shows up, and he's looking on Google Earth at the course before we even get there. He's playing out his shots. I mean, he goes out and shoots 65 and comes in, man, could have been 64. He's sitting there we're eating dinner, and he's looking at the Google Earth, all the shots he hit, where he lost strokes. When I tell you he's a master of the game, he's a master of the game.
Our next guest is going to be Robin Guzman. And Robin, you have a big first round there. You get a PR on that first round effort. Talk about how you were able to come out so strong and be so efficient in that first round.
You know, it really comes down to my putting because this is my third tournament, obviously. And I've been hitting the ball good, driving it very good, putting myself in good position, getting the ball on the green. Just my putting's been lacking. Really, it just been working hard on my putting, and it clicked this week, and that's it. The putts fell, didn't last week, did this week. That's a game changer.
And you mentioned your third tournament. Talk a little bit about, for you, how the transition has been going in your first year in collegiate golf and kind of how you've adapted to it.
Yeah, it's been fun, obviously. It's different. I'm sort of used to playing 36-hole tournaments back home. There's a lot of those, but playing 54 and practice round on that, it's tiring. Body's body's worked out. Absolutely when you're done. Yeah.
Thanks, Robin. Congrats on your great round, and we can't wait to see you out there the rest of the year. And Nick, talk about Robin. He's come in, like I said, best tournament so far this last time out. Talk about him and what he's added.
So, I mean, everyone kind of plays their role on this golf team, and we all support each other. And he's a jokester, man. But when I'm talking about sturdy, like steady golf, Robin's that man. You want somebody in the 70s, perfect man. You're playing a bad day, you know Robin's got your back. And that's what I was saying. Robin's probably the most sturdy golfer I've been around.
And up next, we're going to have MJ Dharmawan join us here. MJ, your second tournament with the Wheeling University men's golf team, played at Charleston and at Davis and Elkins. Talk about what it's been like kind of getting used to these conference opponents that you're playing and just getting out there on the course.
First time in the States, very excited. Still have to adapt a bit with the weather. I can't feel my hands. Second tournament, it's very cold for me because I used to have hot weather back in home. But I get that aside and just embrace the moment. Grateful for the opportunity. I'm here, and yeah, I enjoyed the round, and I played good.
And for you, you had another hot start, just like several of your teammates, shooting right around par in round one, then coming out in round two and continuing your success. Talk about how you're able to kind of build off your rounds as you go through, obviously playing 2 rounds on that first day. Talk about how you're able to build off of that.
I stick to my game plan. The course is pretty wide, so I can use my driver, which is my advantage. So yeah, my driving, my wedge is good. Just didn't able to execute some birdie putts, but I'm happy with the round.
Thanks, MJ. Congrats again on a great tournament. We'll see you the rest of the year.
Thank you.
And Nick, MJ, we talked about joining for his second tournament. Wasn't in the first tournament, but has played the last 2. Talk about him and how he's kind of adapted.
Yeah, MJ's our wild card. I mean, you need a player that can come in and play some elite golf, and we didn't even know he was coming to the school. Ends up making the decision to come play for our Cardinals, and absolutely elite. He comes in, hits the ball far, and just he's a great player overall, and we needed him on the team.
And our last guest here on our Cardinal High Flyer of the game going to be Phil Halverson. We saw him in week 1 after a great start at the first tournament of the year. Phil, you continue your success here in tournament number 3. Talk about kind of how you've grown through these different tournaments and have been able to stay consistent out there.
Well, I would say momentum. Momentum is a really key word, I'd say. Just start off, follow the game plan, just continue on from there. Just continue with the plan. The results will come.
And for you, your best round of the day came in that round 2 that was affected by the rain. Talk about how you were able to kind of handle that break and continue your momentum over those final 5 holes on the final day.
Well, started off in hole 8, so I had a few holes left. The last hole I played the first day was hole 2, and I was in the bunker on the left side. And I can tell you, man, I really dreamt about that bunker shot the whole night, just how to kind of cope with that situation. And just thinking about, I watched a tutorial for an hour, how to cope with a bunker shot between 50 and 20 yards, just for that bunker shot. So I mean, just stay focused, and as I said earlier, momentum really important.
Thanks, Phil. Congrats on another great round, and we'll see you at the championships.
Thank you.
And Nick, Phil obviously has been one of your most consistent players this year, consistently shooting in the low 70s, mid 70s. Talk about him and how he's kind of added to this group.
Phil, man, great player, goes out there and shoots great numbers. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to think about these kids coming from a whole nother country, playing, this is their 3rd golf tournament, and they're going out and they're breaking records. So, I mean, you can't write it up. I know me and Rich sat down and we were like, we need to change this program. We brought all these guys in, and not only are they doing what we thought they would do, they're exceeding our expectations. And Phil's an elite golfer. Phil and Ryan carrying the team, doing what they need to do. Makes it great to get up every day and go practice.
And finally, talk about how you guys carry this momentum. Get ready for the Capital Invitational here, your final tune-up before the MEC Championships. How do you keep this going?
I mean, we sit as a team. We talk about it. We look at the golf courses. We were just looking at the regional rankings. Obviously, they go based off prior results, and we weren't there. We saw the regional rankings, and we looked at the teams we just beat. We were just beating some elite teams. And we know that we're there. We're 1 round away on every single tournament from winning, being 2nd or 3rd. We're going to put it together this weekend and get the job done at the MEC.
Thanks, Nick. Congrats again on your record on the great tournament, and good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.